second. Now I'll just go ahead and disable this. Close screen. Go into picture. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Let me repost this on my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
And, oh. Okay, alright, hold on. She goes back down just to munching food. Alright, I just gotta... Okay. Oh my, holy god. Alright. Sorry, I was, hold on. Hello. No, just give me a second, guys. I was just, moving things around just so I can... is there? Oh, okay. Alright, alright. I think I... Oh, wait. I gotta move this over here, too. Gotta move all the important stuff on the... You know, there was a... I don't know. There was a tweet out there that says, "Man, why don't you have like 4 screens? Why do you have only two? Like,
No.
I don't need any more than two. I
Yeah,
just,
I don't either.
yeah, yeah. I just need one to. Hold on. I just. Okay, I thought my count was. No, I just need one to do. Frick! Oh my god. I just need one. No, god dang it. Okay, let's try that again from the top. I just need one to. Got frick! This is not. Look at me. This is 5 seconds of clocking out work energy. Not, but I still bring it. Um,
I love that.
yeah, 5 seconds of doing this. I'm talking to Miss Reaper today.
Hi.
Some people like to say, sign, the famous celebrity of DreamCon. When she was on the red carpet, everybody was screaming her name. Her
Oh,
panel is packed. So I need to say, like, I have how I even discovered Sign. I went to a panel, her panel actually. It was about being a content creator, and it was packed full of people. So many people in there. Oh my gosh! I bet probably all of you were in there.
Probably.
It was so packed, and then once it was over, I had to rush to meet someone to lunch. But wanted to give this wonderful human being her time the spotlight and getting to know her. For those who missed it, um, but here with as they say sign, but or sign reaper. Do you
I
say
say you
sign
can call me
reaper?
Sin.
Sin?
No, it's Cinder Reaper.
Cinder
Cinder Reaper.
Reaper. Oh, why did I say
Yeah.
sign? Sign. This is the
It
Wisconsin
does.
accent.
It does look like
Sign.
that though. It does look like
Sign
that.
Reaper. Sign. Hi, sign. How you doing, sign? Please, it's pronounced sin. Please pronounce sin.
Literally.
Oh God. Okay. All right. All right.
Oh
Why is it called sin? Wait. Wait. Is this some demon time? I don't want to.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. I actually I say
Satanism.
no, I actually it's really part of like my real name. I just put like the Reaper at the end. I just spelled
Okay.
it just differently. It originally came from like Cinderella, but like I don't that didn't really fit my aesthetic, so I just made it like Cinder Reaper. So
Cinder
that's what
Reaper. Okay, because
yeah.
she's sinfully Okay, that's nice to. Hey, I don't kink shit. I mean, if there's consent between you two, you know what? I will go with that. If you're sinfully delicious,
Oh,
that that's that's either like a request for a fun night I don't know.
insane.
Hopefully
Like,
not with consent. It's gotta have consent. Please
of
don't.
course. I don't even
Please. You know, now
chat
y'all.
must be going crazy right now.
Hey, you know what? No, that's fine. I act goofy anyway, so it doesn't
Chat is
matter.
insane.
I mean, they think
Chat
you're
is insane.
simply delicious. That's that.
Oh, they are so embarrassing.
I mean that. All I just have to ask, as long as there's consent to the delicious part.
They are
That's all that
crazy.
matter. Okay, that's good. I don't know what people do in the after parties. I don't stay up that long. No, I do, but
Oh,
I don't do any of that. Um, but no, here with Sin, uh, what? So, what was that even like for you to just get up in front of a bunch of people and do a panel? Was that your first?
that was my first panel. That was my first one. I was super, super nervous. I didn't expect that many people to come out actually. Like, it's so funny because on the way there, me and my friends were in the car and I was like so nervous. I'm like, I don't know who's gonna come. I don't know if anybody's gonna come, like I was like so nervous. And walking in, I ended up seeing some more of my friends, my streamer friends and stuff like that. And we're waiting outside the room. And I'm like, is there like another panel going on or something before mine? Because this place is absolutely insane. And my twin, which is one of my closest friends, she went in. She's like, I'm gonna see what everyone is like in there for or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm just outside talking to my friends and family and stuff like that. And she comes out and she's like, uh, Sin, they're here for you. I said, huh, they're here for me?
Okay,
Oh
all right,
no.
celebrity.
I was like, that's crazy. So I peeked my head and I'm like, oh my God. The nerves are like up there. I am like nervous. I am scared. I didn't even like or whatever. So when I walked in and I was like, hi everyone. And was like, hey, stuff like that. But I think it's like, since we stream like inside, you don't really understand nor see the love that you really have until you really step out of your house. So it was just like, dang, y'all all here for me, huh? Like, that's so cool.
Okay. Oh, I love that for you. Cause yeah, actually one of my friends was in your panel or was checking out your panel, and I see. I go to DreamCon for the mutuals, and I think that's the same with you. The internet friends, you get to see them in person. That's the beautiful thing of DreamCon. I have not paid attention to a lot of panels. In fact, the only one I keep hearing about is the one about like picking up chicks or what was it called?
Yeah,
Dating not how to pick up baddies or something like that. But
I heard about that. I didn't get a chance to make that one, but I did hear about it.
yeah, well, I mean, I did look at the schedule, and there were some panels I wanted to see. So, you know, um, I was happy that was a success, and that everybody's like all about this streamer that I have never seen before until then, and it was just awesome that that was an introduction to you. Um, DreamCon got some freaky.
They did.
That's something I do ask, but ask, but how was your experience like outside of this panel? Going getting over that. How was your experience at DreamCon?
So well, this is my second year
Your
going to
second year.
DreamCon.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like it was way better than the first time. I think
Mm-hmm.
this time I made a lot of more friends, made a lot more connections than the first time. Well, like I think it was kind of different because the first time I went, I wasn't streaming or anything like that. I was just simply, like just going. So coming back this year and having a panel and seeing friends that we only see like this time of year, it was just like it was really cool for me. I really enjoyed DreamCon this year way more than the first time.
So, because you mentioned last year you weren't a streamer, was that like the
hmm
transition where you decide, because of DreamCon, I'm going to start getting into content creation?
So that's so funny, right? So I was okay. I think I had just started streaming like right before I started going to DreamCon. Before I had a PC or anything, I was strictly just streaming from my PlayStation 5 with no cam or anything. But I won't lie and say that DreamCon definitely gave me the motivation that was like, oh yeah, I could definitely do this too. I could definitely be up here with the top dogs and everything. Like, so it definitely did motivate me to go harder and like try to, like express myself more and my brand. So yeah, I did like without DreamCon, I probably wouldn't have took it as seriously, but yeah, like DreamCon definitely gave me that push. Like, oh yeah, I could do this. I could do this too. I would fit in.
What was it about DreamCon that made it be that prime influence?
I think because, well, for one, I've been to different conventions, but I feel like DreamCon just really makes you feel like your dreams literally can come true. Like
Mm.
the people that you meet, like the things that they have around there for you to do and see, like it just gives you, for me personally, like it just motivated me to follow my dreams more and just basically was just like, you can do this, like you don't have to have this or have that. You can honestly just do anything. And like seeing other creators, small creators, big creators, or like in rooms that I want to be in, or I'm in rooms that they want to be in. It's just so motivating just to see all of us just trying to, make it, I guess. Like, so yeah.
Okay, that's a sweet way to look at it. But you mentioned you've been to other conventions prior to this
hmm
one.
Yeah.
Um, would you say DreamCon is your favorite convention?
100%.
Okay,
100%.
love that
I don't
enthusiasm.
I don't think I've the other conventions that I've been to, it's just I think DreamCon is more of like a family feeling. Like it's more
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it definitely feels like they connect more, like DreamCon connects more with like the attendees and it doesn't just feel like, oh, well this is a con. It just really just feels like everyone just comes together one time a year to see each other and it's just amazing like every time I go.
Because I have seen and that's the thing. Because before DreamCon happens, there'd be a lot of discourse on the internet. I mean, again, the panel you're just saying, but there are some other things too. Now, some things are important. Uh, but would you? Because you mentioned that DreamCon inspired you to be a creator, but there were some videos that were surfacing. Some people saying DreamCon is a clout con. Would
Mhm.
you say, well, not maybe not to that wording, but would you say that it is a convention for content creators?
I would definitely believe that DreamCon is definitely a convention for content creators. It's so many different opportunities that you can have to create new content out there. Like, because for the people that don't go to DreamCon, everyone wants to see what's going on, who comes, what are the main events like, and also I think, like, to my acknowledgement, I think DreamCon is probably one of the only conventions that really have like creators or like YouTubers and things of that like a lot of people watch, because that's something that I don't think really happened at any other convention that I've been to. Any other ones, it'll be like movie stars and stuff like that. But I feel like DreamCon is also like it just makes you feel closer to the people that you watch. So I definitely like you can definitely gain a lot of clout from DreamCon. Like even from my panel
Mm.
specifically, like I gained so many more new, followers and everything off of that alone. So it's definitely so many different ways to build your platform from DreamCon alone.
Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it. Probably saying that because, hey, I want to, you know what? All right, no, no. Mm, I'm not getting into that. That's, um, uh, because this is about you, and I want to be focused on you. But there are things about swear down best way to network, swear down best way to network and build a community of like-minded people. That could be true. But if anybody has any issues with DreamCon, I mean that's totally valid. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that about someone. They say if somebody says this is CloudCon, then so be it. I'll say this: DreamCon's not my favorite convention, but I do
Really?
enjoy being there, especially what it does for a lot of black creators out there, and that's important. Um, that's so true. Now that we mention family affair, go Bessie. Okay. So for those who don't know, what do you do when you go live? What is your content about?
Well, okay. So I am a variety streamer. I stream from anything that I really do take interest on. I do reactions. Most of the time, I love playing scary games. That's like my favorite thing to do, even though I be scared shitless. Um, I also like to, like I said, reactions, YouTube videos, music, and honestly, I just like chatting with my community. Honestly, like I've never did like a IRL stream before, but yeah, I just love really just talking to them and like not to say like a motivational speaker, but we be chatting sometimes. We be chatting.
Okay, love to hear that a lot. Uh, so when you say like just chatting,
Hmm.
because that's a category of its own, and there are other things like fitness and IRL even has its own. Do you
Right.
do you like to switch it up and change the different types of categories and go like, yeah, I'm just gonna do just chatting for pretty much anything? Like, do you see a benefit to using the different categories?
Well, for Twitch, I guess it will really depend on the type of content that I'm trying to push at that moment, honestly. But for the just chatting part, I think that's just more so like it's just like for me personally, it's just like kind of like downtime, like without, I don't want to say like without like scripts or anything, but like without having to like be like like extra, like I could just honestly just be myself, and or like we could just do like different things like tier list, or we could just really just honestly just talk, or I could just vent and stuff like that, or like because I feel like a lot of people, when it comes down to being a creator, people relate to you because of the things that you say, and also because people are going through similar situations. So I think like for me personally, like yeah, I guess it would like I guess it does like whatever category, I guess, but just chatting for me is just like just really just getting to know my community honestly, and just trying to like figure out different ways to connect to them that way.
Okay, love that. And I don't mean to bounce back to DreamCon, but I do want to add this. Apparently, you got COVID.
Oh,
Because I was because I had this on my notes and I like,
oh,
oh yeah, that's right. Because you had a packed. Oh,
oh man.
I'm
Uh,
hey, no,
It
well,
got me.
okay.
COVID got me so. Oh my. It is so crazy because I was literally like after the panel, like I think I kind of forgot that COVID was a thing because it was so many people like coming up to me and like trying to hey da
Mm.
da da et cetera the entire time. So it's like I was like I'm just enjoying it. I'm like well hey y'all like answering questions etc etc. And it's like soon as I got on the plane to come back home, I was like, dang, I don't know, I don't feel good. Like I feel kind of weird. Got home, I took a COVID test and it came back positive. I said, you know what? It was worth it though. It was worth it. It was worth
Oh,
it for the
okay.
panel. It was worth it.
Okay.
It was worth it. I survived it. I survived it, y'all. But it had me down
Mm.
bad for like, oh, it had me down bad.
It's giving Berlin Jr. Berlin
Literally,
Jr. Berlin Jr.
I think they're talking about Berleezy because every time he comes to DreamCon, he catches COVID. So like,
Oh yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
there's a bunch of people like grouped up together and like especially the after parties. They have no space.
No space. I did not go to any of the DreamCon after parties, but we did. Me and my friends did go out. But yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. I
Okay.
won't be doing that next year.
All right. Well, now that we're out, I don't mean to go like, ha ha, you got COVID. No, that's
No,
not
it's
what.
cool.
That's
It's
ha ha, you got sick. You sucker. You should wear a mask. 6 feet apart, loser. No, no,
literally.
no. Nobody was doing that. So it's well. I mean, it's hard to say how you get COVID now, because.
Yeah.
But off of that, well, at least now you know. Now you know your next event that you're going to. Um, to try to.
I'm going masked up. I'm going masked up. I am not playing this time. Like that was so insane. Like me and a couple other my other friends caught it too. So I was just like, you know what? All right. And that was my first time ever catching COVID too. So I was just like, insane.
Yeah. No, the COVID's a myth. That's what they say. No, it's not. But um, well, back on to you. But do you so what when you doing just chatting, like what sort of things that you like to do in far as like interacting with your community when you go to something like just chatting.
Um, one thing that I do, well, I one thing that I do want to start doing, I do want to start like doing like little game nights in my Discord so I can connect with my community more because like trying to do it like during a live stream is kind of crazy because like you never know who's kind of you never know who's watching honestly and I don't want to get like stream sniped so usually like what I want to do is I really want to like do like some game nights or kind of like Among Us or really anything like that honestly cuz for right now like lately what I've been doing is like just really like how we're just having a conversation just kind of having a conversation like that and my chat no like we are so locked in is insane like anyone that watches me know like I love to have like their opinions, especially when I'm doing like reactions or just anything. Like I always ask like what do y'all want to see? Do y'all have any videos that y'all want me to look at or laugh at with y'all or is there anything y'all want me to listen to? Like so I love to have my community be a part of it because without them, I really wouldn't be here. So I love to try to just input them in some type of way. But I do want
Okay.
to like, you know, do way more with them.
So like they submit like videos and stuff that for you to just react, basically do like live
Yeah.
reaction stuff. Um,
Hmm.
well, I mean, speaking of the Cinna's delicious base, do they does it, any of these videos involve like I don't know
So interesting, though.
24 plus 24 stuff?
Mm-mm, no, I
And
don't that I don't know. No, we it's like I don't know where they get that from. They're crazy. I love
oh,
to know,
okay,
but
all
they're
right,
crazy.
okay. Well, maybe they do. I would if somebody to do a reaction video and then they just submit I don't know OnlyFans or Fansly or whatever, and then they're like, oh shoot, I shouldn't stream this.
Nah, Twitch not finna come ban me.
Oh my gosh! Think of the kids. You know what? This is a family channel. We're not doing that.
Right, like no, you're
Right,
looking for the
right.
wrong
Chat. She's
creator
family friendly. No demon time whatsoever.
at all.
Um. Uh. But well, like what kind of videos?
Like it would just be like, like YouTube videos of like different creators or
Okay.
like Twitch, not Twitch videos, but like TikTok videos and things like that. Like nothing other than those. Nothing other than those.
Hey, I don't change. If that is the case, I don't judge anybody. As long as
Mm-mm,
it's
no.
consent, it's it's not harmful, and I don't.
No, wrong creator. I know people that do that, but like no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know all the stuff that people do. Um, okay. Well, how long have you been at this with Twitch and even YouTube? Because you also put some of your content on your YouTube channel.
Yeah. So I just made a year June 11th. So
Okay.
yeah, it hasn't been that long, but video games and gaming has been something that has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I like I think my first system or console was like like what was it? A Nintendo, like a Game Boy Advance. I think that was like my first everything. So I've been playing since I could honestly remember. So, and as far as YouTube, I'm still dibbling and dabbling on into the YouTube world. I just kind of, for me, it's just I just want to like along the way as I see my journey like grow more or whatever. I want to be able to look back in like old streams and like, oh, like that was pretty funny. Or anyone that watches me want to go back and watch like my old videos. Like that's what my YouTube is for. But I'm primarily on Twitch.
Okay. Um. So, well, you said like your first gaming system was a Game Boy Advance.
Hmm.
So I'm older than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try math heads on the DOS and the chat. Chat, tell me what a DOS is. What a Mac, a a Nintendo 64. I have
See,
friends
I
who
know
don't
what
even
that
know what
is,
that
but I
is.
didn't have
So,
that.
oh, okay, that's awesome. Because here I was about to feel very old.
No, no, I know what a Nintendo 64 is. I didn't have one of those, but I know what it is. I think my brother had one of those, if I'm not mistaken, honestly.
Okay, well, then your brother was very cool. He was he definitely got A's. He got degrees. He went to
Yeah.
college.
He
He
is the
bought
reason
out
I
five
know
Jack in the
so much
Box
about gaming.
buildings. He now owns an empire of Amway, Jack in the Box, and probably is making deals with 50 Cent. But all things that don't really relate to any, they're just random,
I'm enjoying the randomness. I'm
but
enjoying
Ben,
it.
but Big N64, I know. Thank you! And here I was about to lose my mind because now I'm living a generation of people who don't even know what N64 is. My own friends think a retro game is the first update of uh, the Rainbow Six Siege game. And I'm like, no, no, you need to go back further back than that. That's that's nothing. Got to blow the cartridge to get it work. Well, now you can because you can play. I mean, you can play these games on the Switch. You can emulate them. Like playing older games. I mean, they release these games on Steam and GOG, so I don't know. You can. You don't have to go the old-fashioned way if you don't want to.
Yeah, and I think if you have like a PC, you can download like an emulator to play all of
Yeah.
the old games. So that's what I do. I love playing PlayStation 2 games. So
Yeah. Well, thankfully, Sony executives are not knocking on your door or anything like that. Probably not. Because I know no
please,
Nintendo would be suing, or not
Nintendo,
not
look,
not, not
listen,
yet, not yet. But
yeah, please. Oh,
okay, so you have illegal ROMs at your house of Game Boy Advance games. So Nintendo, just letting you know if you need no. No, I don't think Nintendo would do that. Nintendo would be nice. Nintendo's not racist,
mm-mm.
but I don't know why I bring that into it. That was my first console ever. Per my pop, yeah, that was my first console ever too. Nintendo 64. I'm probably older than some people, and I played the Atari as well. I remember Pong.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was not around then.
Oh, okay, all right. That was the ultimate peak gaming. You know what? That could be your 500 followers special. You play the Atari games. You
I like
probably
look. I wouldn't even know where to start.
you can start Pong.
You said start with pawn.
Pong.
Oh, Kong. Oh yeah.
Pong,
I'm
not
like,
Kong.
I'm
Pong.
like,
P
I'm
O
like,
N
huh?
G. The
Oh yeah,
game where you ping pong.
I definitely could do
Yeah.
that though.
Not
That
Kong.
definitely sounds like a vibe.
Wait, is Kong in? No, no. Kong is in the Atari. King Kong. No, no. Wait. Now I'm confusing my. Wait, was Kong on the Atari? Was there an Atari version of Donkey? Well, on the arcade. Okay, now I'm just confusing myself. LMIFBIAONGAO, ping pong girl. Yeah, ping pong.
Oh, that's what I'm like, huh? Oh, that makes
You know the little rectangles going up and down and stuff. Um, okay, I don't even know what I made there. Uh, oh wait. Oh. Sin Reaper.
hmm. Can you see me?
Oh shoot, I think you're. Oh now, yeah, your screen froze for a second.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. So how do you promote yourself?
Well, I promote myself. TikTok is like my best friend, honestly.
Yeah.
When it really comes down to TikTok has definitely made me grow my platform more. So it's really honestly
Uh oh.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you froze for a
But I
second.
say, am I froze right now? Wait,
Well,
hold on. Let me
yeah. Well, I think
let me see.
the screen kind of
Can you see
froze.
me now?
Yeah, now I can see you. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, we were just talking about what platforms and like how do you take advantage of these platforms to spread awareness of yourself.
Mm.
And then I think like the
Wait.
screen froze while you were.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can see and hear me?
Yeah, I know. I can see you hear you.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I use TikTok and Instagram more than anything for real. So with Instagram, I just like doing like reels. Honestly, I've just started like really doing reels. I would really do more TikToks than anything.
God dang it! Y'all see this, right? Oh gosh. Okay, Sin. Well, wait, Sin. Uh-oh. I think we lost. Ooh. Oh shoot. I think we lost Sin. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. I think we're back.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I can still hear and see you clearly.
Yeah, no, on at least on my end, it does appear that you've frozen. Um, but it's good now.
Literally, you know you're streaming for when you have tech issues. It never fails. It
It's
never
okay.
fails.
It's
It never
okay.
fails.
It's okay. It's
It
perfect.
never fails.
It's perfectly okay.
That's definitely one thing that I talked about in my panel. Having tech issues is like that's one of the things to literally look forward to when you are a streamer. It just happens. Like you could prep all day for it and it'll just do what it do.
Oh yeah, no, I've had moments where this mic just cuts off and I had to unplug and replug everything. But just the wires and all that. But no, I get that. As you as you were saying about promoting content.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. But yeah.
Sorry.
So TikTok is definitely my best friend. I've just started like doing like TikTok lives as well. So yeah, that's definitely TikTok is really like where I feel like TikTok is the easiest way to grow your platform in general because you can connect with all different types of people and you can see all different types of content without because I feel like on Instagram it's a little bit more tricky to find your people on Instagram. Like the algorithm is kind of crazy, but with
Mm.
TikTok, it's just like way more freer. Like you're more than likely to find people that like the same thing that you like or want to see the content that you're putting out on TikTok. So
Okay.
me and Sis talk about this.
Right. So how do you take advantage of the algorithm with these platforms?
Um, with TikTok, so at first when I first started streaming, I used to put out maybe like 2 or 3 videos a week about from like like little gaming clips and stuff like that. So lately I haven't really had any like really like I want to say good games, but it the gaming scene is a little dry right now.
Hmm.
So I haven't really had like any like super like content that I've just liked enough to just like put it out there. But usually what I do is like if I do play a game, I at least try to get maybe like 7 or 8 clips out of it. Depending on how long the game is or how long the stream is or whatever. So so like for me doing that, I've definitely seen like a lot of people like like looking at it or like liking the content, commenting and stuff like that. So that's the way that I would do it on Instagram, on Twitter, on not Twitter, on TikTok. Instagram, Instagram shaky. Instagram
Hmm.
a little shaky.
Why do you say that?
Because Instagram is more. I think for me personally, it's a little bit harder to reach new audiences. Like I've definitely seen that from Instagram. It's probably been people that either I've been following or has been following me, and it's like the one like maybe like a couple new people would see my content and they'll like follow or whatever. But I feel like I get majority of my love and support from TikTok.
Okay. So would you tell people, yeah, just use TikTok, forget Instagram, in fact, delete it, destroy it?
N- No, 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 no. I would never say that. I think I would best say just do what works for you, honestly.
Yeah.
Because what works for me might not work for somebody else, or
Gotcha.
like someone can go on Instagram right now and it'll blow up, and then on TikTok it might not. So I would just say really just do what works for you, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as besides the algorithm of like where to post and how often to post, like what sort of things do you? Because you have a YouTube channel, you have other
Mhm.
platforms to promote, but you would you say you mainly just stream on Twitch, or is there like another
Yeah.
platform you?
I So Twitch is my first priority through anything and everything for real because
Okay.
that's exactly where like that's where I want my like that's where I want people to know me from. I don't really promote on YouTube. Like if I post a new video, like I'll just be like, oh hey, I just posted a new video, etc., etc. But I definitely put all my time into Twitch.
Okay. Okay. Would you would you ever consider like doing these sort of? Cause some streamers they stick to one platform, some they do multi-stream. Do you ever consider yourself looking at all these other platforms and decide one day I'm gonna stream on all of them?
Yeah, well, for right now, I would love to get into like the live aspect of YouTube, but for right now, I think like me just starting out doing like TikTok lives, I think
Hmm.
that and Twitch will probably I think TikTok will probably be the next platform that I probably like go to honestly because it's like I said it's so much easier for me to like gain new people. Like I think I went live for the first time the other day and in like in like 2-3 seconds I had like 40 people in there and I'm like, oh okay, I see why y'all like TikTok kind of cool.
Okay. And do you because there the other thing is that there are also these different apps that appear now and then. I think there are some other platforms that are like gaming focused versions of TikTok that are out there. I know there are threads and there's things like Pinterest. Like, do
Hmm.
you look at Reddit? Do you look at all these other places like, well, maybe I will stream on this Twitch, but maybe I can occasionally use these other things?
Mm, I haven't tried using Reddit. I do use Pinterest, but I use Pinterest for like my like for like just for me personally, nothing to really
Okay.
do with streaming. But
Okay.
I've heard like other streamers use Reddit for like I guess like kind of like connecting with their community more or just to see what people are talking
Yeah.
about like them specifically. But yeah, I haven't dwelled in the Reddit world yet. I want to,
Oh.
but somewhere down the line.
Well, Reddit world, welcome Miss Sin Rep. I said Sin Ripper. I mean Sin the Reaper. welcome, Sin. Welcome Sin. I don't know why I'm touching this plant right here that you don't see, but they will. You know what? They'll love you. You put content out there, and they're gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna follow Sin. We're gonna sub. We're gonna
Please do, y'all.
do
Y'all will
all these
love me.
things. do all these things. Do you like what about content creation at the most do you enjoy?
Um, I think the my favorite thing about content creating is connecting with other people that like the same things that I do, and honestly, like I think what makes it so much more like much more fun for me, like editing is cool, but I love to see like people's reaction to my content, like to see the work and stuff that I put in to do to like make the content and stuff like that. So seeing everyone's reactions to like my stuff is probably what makes it the best for me because it's just like, oh well, like you relate to this, or oh well, like you like this video game, or like it's just similar interests that I just love to see people just like, yeah.
Now, would you say collabing as another thing that interests you content creation? Because your panel in general, I remember went over a lot about like reaching out to other streamers or teaming up with gamers or things like that.
Hmm.
Like for those who haven't been in the panel, how do you even go about doing that?
How do I go about networking and working with other streamers?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I love to collab with people that already have a vibe with. I don't like to collab with people that are like I do like I will, but I would rather us have like a relationship first before we collab, before we just like jump into it. So like
Okay.
for me personally, I've only collabed with like people that I've genuinely just gravitated to. So I've learned I use this app called Discord, which is what we use, and
Mm-hmm.
that alone has really brung a lot of people in my life that has pushed me to continue streaming. Has bought me like a lot of friendships, probably friends that'll last for the rest of my life, and yeah, for me that's how I started. That's how I started wanted to collab with other streamers, but now it's just like now it's like if you want to collab with me, like and we vibe off, we could just collab or whatever. But I do love sharing my platform with other like small creators because like I truly do feel like without each other, like what are we doing honestly? Like it's so much better to do this with friends or just do this with people that are on the same like journey that you're on. And yeah, I've like for like at my panel I had talked about my one of my closest friends, Lexi. I think she was in your stream or something like that. But yeah, for her for example, we've started around the same time and we've collabed a few more than a few times, and like every time we collab, like I just see like our platforms just growing. So yeah, like I just love collabing with people that with my friends in general that have the same, like I would say, end goal that I have, trying to be a successful streamer. So yeah, I think collabing is probably like my one of my favorite things to do. Honestly, it just makes it so much more funner. Like it makes the conversations flow like effortlessly. Because when you stream by yourself, it's like it's just going off of your personality. So sometimes it's cool to just kind of piggyback off of someone else or other people, and just it just makes the conversations like just way smoother and better for me.
Okay. That and hopefully that you get collaborations or at least people you rock with to
Hmm.
do streams or do a game together, and there is a chemistry onto that. That I do see a lot of people just look for someone to do something with, which I mean, that's fine to do, but at the end of the day, do they have something in common, or are they just trying to get something off each other?
Right, and that's another thing that I touched on at the panel. Like just because someone wants to collab with you or you like don't just do it because of like a monetary gain or just gain in general. Just do it because you genuinely like that person's energy and you genuinely just see like, oh yeah, if we collab, it could, it could be this, it could be that. Don't just do it because someone else might have more clout than you or you know what I'm saying, or you're trying to get put on or something like that. Like, because collabing for the wrong reasons, it just won't work out. Like,
Yeah,
so,
the follow for follow and sub for sub thing.
yeah, no, I've had a couple of situations like that where
Mm.
people will kind of act like they like they support me when really they just want to either be like get to where I am, or like just it just you just have to really be careful and just really know like who really genuinely just wants you in like their content, or who genuinely like who just isn't a good person in general.
No, that's important. You deserve to be around good people. When you're not doing content creation, though, when you are just being Sin and not all this streamer stuff, who are you when you turn those cameras off?
Well, okay, so when when the cameras are off, that's when I'm just in regular smuggler student mode.
Mm.
I'm a full-time college student and I graduate in this upcoming December. So when I'm not streaming, I'm literally in the books, or I'm hanging out with my friends or anything like that. Anything that doesn't have to do with streaming, because that's the thing, you have to have a great like work life balance when it comes to this for real, because like you know, that's probably different for different content creators, but for me specifically, like I am the face of my brand. So, like I don't want to say I have to act a certain way, but I have to, like be a certain way when the cameras are on. So when I'm like, when the cameras are off and I'm like really in real life, yeah, I don't want to even touch anything with streaming or anything like that. If I'm playing the game, I have like I don't want to stream it. I don't want to do anything. I just want to just be sin. Like
Okay.
I don't want to. Yeah, so that's really where I be at. School and a little bit of gaming, but also hanging with friends. That
Yeah.
is that is the epitome of who I am when the cameras are off. When the cameras are on, you get CYNDEREAPER. So
Okay. Okay. Good evening. I crazy Barry. Big mother effing grad. Congratulations, graduate.
thank
How
you,
you
thank you,
how
thank
you
you,
feel
thank you,
getting
thank you.
thank you. I like that. That's so cute. You know what? You know what? Congratulations. How would you celebrate being a graduate where you do not have to deal with school anymore ever again? You can say, you know what, screw
Uh,
you, school. I'm gonna burn my degree. I don't want to deal with this crap anymore.
no, seriously, the the one once I walk across the stage, I just want to decompress from school, honestly. Like what I plan on doing. Well, me and my family, after I graduate, we're going on a trip. I am turning my phone off. I don't want to hear anything about anything. And I'm just going to enjoy that time, honestly, because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. I'm just so happy that, it's just time to put it into like a certain chapter of my life. And then now I'm just ready for the next part.
Wow, that you saying you walk across the stage. I didn't even show up for my graduation. I just said,
Really?
you know what? Why don't you just email me my degree and that's it.
No, after these
I,
years, no,
I, I did not show up for that.
no, I have to. This is all I've been waiting for. After that, my school will never see me again.
No, I was quick with that. I'm like, oh, I'm done with school. Okay, just mail it to me. I don't need to be there. They let me do that. So I
Yeah,
graduated.
that is an
Whatever.
option.
It is an option. Go for it. You know, screw school. You know, you
That's
can. I shouldn't say
that's so real though. That's so
that.
real. Email it to me now, please. Mail it to me. I don't want to see y'all ever again.
Yeah, you can email me your college degrees at contactpawnspress@gmail.com.
Thank you.
That's not.
Express it.
That's Uh, do you have it? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you did mention earlier, and if anybody has any questions for Sin, we'll definitely share them, because that's of course one of the beauty things about streaming an interview. Um, you mentioned earlier though the gaming scene. There's not a lot of excitement, or if I heard that correctly. What type of
Mhm.
games are you typically interested in playing?
So, okay. Well, I do want to say I love playing story mode games. Any
Okay.
games that, like, I always have to say my favorite game of all time would probably be the Uncharted series or like The Last of Us. I die hard. I love
Okay.
those. Those are my favorite games ever. But since, like I said, it's a little dry in the story mode compartment at the very moment,
Really?
lately, yeah,
Hmm.
it's just a little
Hmm.
dry right now. But you
Hmm.
know,
Are you sure
in
about that?
October,
Are you sure about that? Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
at least for me, I'm not really like a sport playing type of girl,
Oh,
like or like,
you know, I'm not even a sports
mm-mm.
person. Forget the
Yeah.
football thing, but no, I just played actually a couple days ago. I just put a game out there. I was gonna play this tonight, but I think what made me wanted to just do this interview is just because there are some things that I want to work on, get done after the interview. But otherwise, I would play more of Creatures of Ava, which just came out, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a 3D kind of action adventure, kind of like Pokemon Snap or Pokemon. Has a
Um.
black female main character.
Okay, love
Has
that.
it has an environmental message. Um, like literal themes about like colonization. Although
Mm-hmm.
still kind of relatively family friendly. It's not. Even though it kind of starts out dark. I'm not gonna spoil anything I just played, but
Right.
there are games out there. There are games. I feel, and maybe because I also look at the indie scene, because now there are more developers and people making games, and a
Hmm.
lot of these big budget developers are going for like live service stuff and having you log in every day to get your daily challenges and everything. But that's not all of gaming. I feel like if you're looking for something story driven, you're gonna find it
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
if you
I
want to
just
find it
like
though.
to. Right. No, I definitely will check that out because I actually haven't heard of that game. But yeah, besides like story mode, like I said, like I do play Fortnite and like things like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I do like Fortnite. You know,
Yeah.
Roblox is something that's really big right now. So I do like to dabble in those type of games. Or,
Yeah.
you know, like for example, on my last stream, I played this game called Sally Face. It's like a kind of like a little like a horror game. Not really a horror game though, but it's like a 2D one. But it was like really really good. So that's that'll be next. Like it's like an episode game. I do like games that are like that, like Life is Strange and stuff like that. So yeah, so that'll be the next thing that I play. And oh, and also the Fears the Fathom series. I love that series. It's like it's Chef's Kiss. I love that one. And also any game by Chilla's Art. Yeah, so expect those games whenever they
Okay.
drop again.
Okay. OMG, Sin, I'm one of your biggest fans. What horror game could you plan to play next? 20. I
uh
just played Frequency today, and it was fire. Me thinks you'll like it. See, let her know. There are more story driven games
look,
out
let me
there.
tell me, look, let me
Yeah,
know.
she out
I'm
here
always
saying they
open
don't
to
exist.
no, it's not that they don't. It's I just don't think they have like a lot of they don't get a lot of publicity, if that makes sense,
Well,
because they're smaller.
yeah.
That's the
That's
thing.
true. That's true. Cause
That's the thing.
yeah. No, I get that. I get that. No,
Yeah.
but they're out there. They exist.
Definitely they are. It's just, if I probably had like if I wasn't in school, I'll probably be able to like, like see more games, but I usually like to well lately I usually like to play games that just really truly interesting me for real. But I'm also open to always branch out and play other things. But to answer that person's question, like I said, I am honestly on the Sally Face train right now. So I'm I'm pushing that out. Like that'll probably be the next game besides it's also a game by Chilla's Art called Shin Kaizen Zero. I do want to play that. So it'll probably be one of those to whoever said that.
Okay, okay. Well, that was from Lexi.
Thank you,
But
Lexi. I love you.
oh, that is so cute. I love that. Um, do you okay, so you would say you want to start mixing things up with I mean, I have seen that you play some other games besides
Oh
doing
yeah,
just
and
chatting
Sims.
and Sims.
Sims.
A lot
Oh,
of
I
people get
love
into Sims.
Sims.
A lot of people get into Sims, and for some reason, I'd be the one to still be slacking on that. I don't know.
I
Someday,
love
one of
Sims.
these days, before, if I be in an old folks' home and the world hasn't blown up, then maybe I'll. I don't know. So one of these days, I'm gonna. I don't know.
I
Um,
love Sims. Sims is the best pastime to play. If only you knew the amount of hours I have on that game.
oh, I know. I see a lot of people sitting. Sims has been a big culture. I just haven't played a Sims game since Sims 2, uh, which is interesting
Yeah.
because I do a lot of GTA roleplay, and a lot of people who do GTA roleplay they play The Sims.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I have never played well I love Grand Theft Auto, the whole series, I love it. I've never played the RP of it though. I always see people play it and it looks so cool. So if I ever just met people that played or whatever, then I would like give it a try. Cause I think the like RP thing, I think some servers you have to pay for it, or like you just have to know someone to get into certain servers. So
No, you just
that
pay for it for the most
real
part.
yeah,
Yeah, there's just because they're community run servers, so there would be an entry fee and a whitelist application for the most part.
that's
Some don't. There are some that
crazy.
don't, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole thing. If you want to get into it, that's just all I'll say. And I've done that for a couple years, so
Really?
um,
Yeah. I would love to do that.
Oh yeah, no, uh, but oh my god, you know what? And no, this is a good subject. How do you feel about like why do you say moderation?
Modding game.
Mods. No, no mods for your Twitch because if you get in a situation of hate raids or fall, but hopefully you don't deal with any of that.
Hmm. Yeah.
No, you
Um.
are protected. For
Yeah.
someone who doesn't have that, though.
Yeah. That is true. I do want to get into having people moderate my chat sometimes. I just would have to find someone that would, take my take my streaming career as serious as I do. Like,
Okay.
so I wouldn't just want to just give it to just someone that would just like that. It would just have to be someone that just show them that they like, hey, I want to mod your chat, like just genuine. Like it would just have to be super genuine because if you're a mod, like you're on the inside. So it would just have to make sense. But I would definitely love to have some mods for chat because I remember when I first started and I was like a little overwhelmed with how chat worked with basically like certain words that people could say or et cetera and stuff like that. So
Mm.
yeah, I would definitely love a modder, a couple of them, maybe
Okay.
two.
Well, what is some stuff that you would want for your channel and stuff that you would want out of Twitch in hopes to support you over the coming years? And yeah, speaking. Now, I
um
bring this question up because I actually have some bots of my own. Now I need a.
mhm, that's I love that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Um I guess honestly, well, I think for right now, me and Twitch have a really decent like relationship. Honestly, I would definitely, and I think also Twitch is becoming super inclusive to small Black content creators. Like for example, I'm also part of the Twitch Black Guild thing as well, and that's like based like a program to push like small Black content creators to be bigger. So honestly, like I think Twitch really like I don't know where this could probably age super badly in like a couple years or something like that. But like I think I think Twitch is just doing really everything that I would want for it to do right now, especially just being like a small streamer, honestly. Because without this platform, like yeah, I wouldn't be a streamer. So Twitch, I love you.
That's sweet. Um. Oh my god. All right. I'm sorry. uh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know that you have a positive experience on Twitch. You deserve to have a positive experience anywhere when you content create, and even outside of that.
Yeah.
Um, what uh, what are some future things that you would want to do? You know.
Um, one thing that one thing that I am currently working on building more is consistency. I
Mm.
being a a full-time college student, and also just with life in general, it's just kind of hard to push out content as much as I would probably like to. So as like the next maybe like 6 months go by, like I definitely just want to build more consistency with my community for real, instead of just popping in and out or whatever. But sometimes, like, also this is something that I talked about in my panel. Sometimes life just do be lifing, so it's just kind of hard to, you know, deal with school, personal life, friends, family, and then streaming on top of that, or in anything else that's added to my schedule. So I definitely want to build a sense of consistency with this. So that's probably the next thing that that would be for me, honestly.
And how would you avoid burnout in the midst of all this? So you mentioned playing games off stream, but the way you just looked at me like that. Okay. Oh.
Streamer burnout is real, and I have faced that a couple of times,
Mm.
you know, like that's kind of like where I am like 50-50 with the consistency thing, because for me personally, I don't like to half do anything. If I'm gonna do it, I want it to, I want to do it for real and not just like half ass it. So I try to like have some type of balance with it for real, but honestly, there's no off time when you're a streamer. Honestly, it's either you're gonna always have something to edit, you're gonna always have something to do. So it's like, just honestly, just do it when you can, like, and don't try to overstress yourself or overthink it. Honestly, like, that's something that I'm still learning today, because I still be facing that burnout. That burnout is real.
Oh,
So yeah.
hope you don't, because you deserve to have fun.
Okay.
And to not always somebody we all want to hope to make a living off of this. I mean, we
Yeah.
always do this for fun or do this for a living, however, but the worst thing to do is to really hope, bet on this is going to be my full time career to the point where it exhausts you. And
Yeah.
that's something a lot of other content creators go into is like, man, my goal is I'm gonna make this my full time career. Like, what are your thoughts on what you think of content creation?
As far as making it like a full career.
Yeah, whether you view it
So
that way.
um a lot, okay. Mm. No, because like I think I really am one of those people that would love for content creation to be my full time thing. I think,
Oh, yeah, of
no, but
course.
it's like, especially for people that don't, well, like, that don't want to necessarily work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I feel like some of us do this to kind of take that risk on ourselves, and just to see, like, all right, like, let's see if we can make it. Let's see if this could be something big or whatever. But it's like, like, that does happen for us though. That does happen for some people. Like, you like I think that's where like the inspiration comes in, that when we see like streamers are just content creators like Casanat, or like, AMP, RDC World, Berleezy, Story Mode Bay, like any of them, like, they, like, at some point in time, like, they were just like us. They were just like, oh, like, I wanted to be my full-time thing. But like, so I feel like if you take the risk on yourself, and and you see it actually, like, you see it like like building, I say, why not try to do it? Then if it don't, but you can, like, then if it doesn't happen, you can still say that you got the experience to be a streamer, like, even if it doesn't work out to be something that's a full-time job.
Okay. Well, then, do you have some little inspirations for anybody who's wanting to go into content creation?
Listen, for anyone that wants to be a content creator, and anyone that wants to do Twitch, or anything dealing with just taking that risk on yourself, I'm going to always tell people, go ahead, do it, because you never know where it might end up. You never know where being yourself, or you never know what rooms your name will pop up in. So I say, go for your dreams, do what it is that you like to do, and if you can make a living off of it, hey, you you did it. So I'll say, just chase your dreams, honestly. Keep doing what it is that you're doing, and if you see whatever it is working for you, keep going at it, and don't let anyone try to talk you out of your dreams and tell you what you can and cannot do. So yeah.
That is awesome. Love that. Um, and this is a part where I go ahead and hoe out for a second, because I I am sponsored. So just a quick little shout out to Poggers. I'm going to, and I don't mean to hoe out. I don't like put on my Magic Mike outfit for Poggers. I might if they pay me, but that's not. No, I wouldn't do that. Uh, but Poggers. So this is the new sponsorship that the wonderful Pog lifestyle. Basically, it's an energy or hydration or sleep drink, and you just take a little spoon of these little flavored mixers. This is great flavor for sleep. You shake it up for like 30 seconds, and then basically drink a nice, refreshing little cup of water. Just water with flavor. That's pretty much what it is. But it's definitely keeping me hydrated. I like, water is important. Water is healthy. Everybody should be drinking more water. And this, all this does is add some more flavor to it. So, I'm going to kind of advertise it a lot more. Again, I'm in the works of updating some things. But if you want to check out Poggers, 10% off any purchase goes back to Pawn Express, and you get a little discount. Yeah, thanks to Poggers and also Humble Bundle, exclamation mark Humble, to get discounts on games too. Everybody's buying games cheap, so you can get them cheap online through the digital distribution of Humble Bundle. Sin, it's been a lovely time having you here.
Thank you for having me,
Of
honestly. Thank you
course.
for giving me my first interview. Like,
Of course.
that's amazing.
Where do people find you?
You can all find me on Twitch at CYNDEREAPER. You can find me on Instagram at Trinity Centonia, TrinityCyntonia, and also on TikTok too at Trinity Centonia. But yeah, find me on Twitch though. Find me on Twitch.
Of course, and I'll go ahead and share once again. You have a whole link tree of Instagram, YouTube. You can join your Discord, Twitch,
Yes.
TikTok, or Spotify playlists.
I love sharing my music taste.
Okay,
Shout out to
okay,
that.
yeah, sure. Music taste, good music taste.
Thank
Good,
you.
yeah. um, so that'll be it for today. Is here to interview the lovely Sin the Reaper. But tomorrow our next guest. So tomorrow it will be double parts. So it'll be an interview plus we'll be playing GTRP in Nero City. So we'll be doing some GTRP. But tomorrow's guest on the 9th. No, it's the 8th. God dang, it's the 8th. God frick! Frick, take two! Take two! It's the 8th! Tomorrow's the 8th, god dang it. I was like, look at me mess that up. Sorry, no, the next guest is on the 8th. What? We're interviewing Full Metal-tastic. So he is also a variety streamer from the Twitch Black Guild, partnered with Ubisoft, Dubby, and part of Big Creator. And we're going to share his story of content creation. Then when that's done, go into GTRP. So that's the plan for tomorrow, the 8th, again, after 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. EST. And I'll be at QuakeCon on Friday and Saturday. And definitely not gonna make sure I don't get COVID. I thankfully came off. I thankfully came off negative of DreamCon. Yeah.
A lot of us did it.
There are some people who did though. So you know, um, I don't know. COVID's a weird thing, but it's still something to. Anyway, yeah. So tomorrow is Full Metal-tastic, and then Friday after Quake, I'll come home to play some Quake 2 with some of my lovely friends, Camry, Smokers, and No More Biscuits. So thank you for the follow. Sayuate?
Silhouette.
Silhouette?
Yeah,
Okay,
silhouette.
so what we're gonna do right now, is go ahead and say hi. We're gonna say hi to uh, Miss Anka. So get 1 second. So we're going to rate out to Miss Anka right here. Hold on. Let me get that. Y'all gonna show her some love and excitement and go like, heck yeah, heck yeah. You can tell us that there was an interview that happened and nobody died. We
No
all
one.
no deliciousness except Poggers. Poggers is delicious, but anyway, enough of the rambling. We're gonna go ahead and surprise IDOC. God dang it. I will see you all tomorrow again. So it's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm just going. I did the I don't listen to. I'm like, God dang it! Why I'm having a stroke for no reason.
Jeez, thank you for the
No.
raid. Let's
I really
go.
appreciate you having me though.
Oh, hold on.
Thank
One
you.
second. One second.
How are y'all doing?